Aloha, what's up everyone? I'm JayDreamerZ. Welcome to my channel. I believe that we're headed into the apocalypse, that we live during the end times, that the end is near, that there's a great reset on the way. And I also believe that the elite share in this knowledge, that they know that the end is coming and that they're building doomsday bunkers and that they're doing all these space missions in order to practice leaving whenever our firmament, the dome, opens up and they can go be gods on other worlds with their technology and stuff. I believe that we're seeing a lot of signs and a lot of omens that are indicative of this. Not just that, but just the changing world, moral degradation, how the world seems to be falling apart at the seams, even though we have advancements in technology. I think we're on the cusp of a huge shift. So I wanted to talk about cosmology, because to me that's crucial to understanding the apocalypse. It's crucial to understanding the mechanisms of how all of these things work. So there's a lot of discussions right now about the Artemis moon missions. I really want to vent. I want to talk more about the Artemis moon missions. I want to talk about what, you know, your sleepwalkers are saying about it and how they just defend the system so vehemently. And I want to ask you guys in the chat. I've got an awesome community. You guys always show up in the chat, have great questions. You guys make awesome points. You guys give me a lot of info. So we're going to do all of that here in just a second. This is brought to you by Chasing the Apocalypse, which is my new show that's coming out this summer. In about 2 weeks, I'll be traveling to Washington, D.C. to film the first episodes for Chasing the Apocalypse, where I'm personally going to go around the world, boots on the ground, chasing the signs, the clues, and the evidence that have been left over from this cyclical reset that continues to happen, and we continue to keep forgetting about it. So check out this ad for my new show. If you want to support my work or get some more information, go to chasingtheapocalypse.com.
In a time when an ancient cataclysm is about to return,
Okay, that's my bad. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't have a team or anything. It's just one guy, just me. Let me see if I can play the correct preview here. Okay, hey, what's up, everybody in the chat? I see you guys lighting it up in the chat and joining the discussion. I hope you enjoyed these previews. I also did my sort of beta testing episode here in Colorado Springs. We're testing out a lot of the equipment. We've got drones, we've got different camera equipment and stuff like that. It's going to be a really top-notch professional type of show, something like the Discovery Channel or the History Channel would present, you know, like my own sort of ancient aliens, but you know, it's chasing the apocalypse. So you look forward to that coming soon, and I'll be leaving at the end of this month. So let's talk about cosmology. Okay, let's talk about the apocalypse, really, because for me, that's really what all of this revolves around. That's the secret of the Freemasons. Okay, there's many different secrets, obviously, but that's the main one. That's the hush hush. Don't talk about it. Don't tell people about it. And it's funny. And it's contradictory because they tell you about it all of the time. There's evidence across the world. You're literally shown all of these esoteric secrets about the apocalypse in like every single movie, every television show. Commercials have it. All of your music industry has it. These musicians are not even singing their own songs. Someone else is writing this disclosure down and telling them to perform it. Haven't you ever noticed that all of the songs sound like riddles these days? I mean, like going back as far as I can remember, really, they sound like riddles. Like if you start looking at the lyrics, really listening to them, you've had to have asked yourself multiple times, what is this even about? What is this song about? And they allow you, the listener, and the people at large to just start making things up and personalizing it and internalizing it, instead of asking yourself, what are they literally talking about? Looks like I still have the phone number up. Let me, boom, take that down. All right, I did a call-in episode recently, but today is not a call-in. But you guys can jump into the chat. If you type in JAY, it will actually highlight on my side, and I'll get that pulled up here so you guys can see. See how Mary Jones put in JAY with the space after it? That highlights it on my personal chat on my side, so you can get my attention that way. So yeah, I want to talk about how important cosmology is to understanding the apocalypse, and this is one of the reasons why they cover they cover up our real cosmological origins, or the ancient views, the views from antiquity, the ancient sciences, you could call it. Today, they'll talk about science. They'll say science says, or according to science. What they really mean is according to academics, and what they really mean, even to fine tune that, is according to a few academics, or according to major academic institutions that people must go to. When you're in this system, when you're stuck in this world system, or this one world order that we live in, and we do live in a new world order, okay? The next one to come is the new one, which is a resetting of this world. You live inside of a new world order right now, and they're forcing you to change your perspective. They're changing your perspective for you. They're magicians. They're sorcerers, they're wizards. I mean, you could use whatever word you want to. They're changing how you see reality and history and the future and yourself and others. And they're just manipulating you like a robot. They're programming you what to believe in, what is acceptable, what is normal, what is okay. Oh, I just got a donation from Heather Bear. Thank you. Catching up on all your videos. Appreciate it. But we live during the end times. These are apocalyptic times. We're coming upon the apocalypse itself. And don't mistake, okay? This is not the apocalypse. The apocalypse is not some slow, gradual, yeah, we're going through it right now, or it's internal, or no, it is, trust me, the day will come, and it will happen all on one day. There will be huge omens, big events, bigger than all of this stuff, that will happen to let some of you know, if you're wise and you can pay attention to the obvious, you'll know that it's near. You'll know that it's close by looking at the signs and the omens. But when it happens, trust me, there is no one that's going to mistake it Everyone on earth will understand this is the apocalypse. It's happening right now. There will be no question about it in anyone's mind. Or as the Bible puts it, people will have heart attacks because of the things that are happening on earth. It'll be that severe, that chaotic. Across the world, there will be no hiding from it. There will be no guessing at the apocalypse when it comes. And it has done this before, time and time and time again. It's cyclical in nature. This is what I write about in my books. This is what I talk about on my website. This is what I talk about and teach people here on YouTube. What's up, TP? Good to have you. CJC, what's up? Good to have you. High five. Oh, he's got the what's that logo from the Umbrella Corporation? In the digital age, they take 20 pictures in 10 days. I know, right? That's a good point. So let's get back to this Artemis mission bullcrap. Excuse my language, but I mean, like, I get frustrated because I'm a truth seeker, man. That's why I'm frustrated. I'm trying not to get mad or angry or anything, but it does kind of frustrate me to live in, I would say I live in the wrong era. But it's not really the wrong era, okay? People like myself and people like some of you out there, we're in the right place at the right time. It doesn't feel right. You don't vibe with the changes that are happening and all the lies and corruption and deceit and base, standards and ethics and things like that. You don't vibe with it. But it doesn't mean you live during the wrong time. You're in the right place. We need you during these times. During the end times, there are always prophets and seers and enlightened people that rise up, a small pocket of them, not a huge pocket. It's not everybody that this happens to, but there is a small pocket of people, and that's also a part of the omens of the apocalypse itself. It's all a natural part of the earth. I'm not going to say that's the earth or anything, but it's a natural part of the cycle that we go through, and it's a part of prophecy as well. Heather, oh, you're buying my books. Hey, I hope you get some value out of my books. Let me know what you think. Donald's in the chat and says they use the same photo for the day photo as the night photo in the new NASA mission. Well, see, I want to talk about that. Let's talk about this particular picture. This one's called Hello World. Now, let's just point a few things out. One, they're trying to tell you that the Earth, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, is a little chubbier in the middle. It's not a perfect sphere. It's an oblate spheroid. Okay? It's an oblate spheroid. That's what they're trying to say. I don't believe that. I don't believe that the Earth is a sphere. Okay? I believe that we live on the surface of basically what equates to a snow globe, just to use, to give you a visual or whatever. And that snow globe has an underworld, which are the roots of the mushroom or the snow globe world. And it's even deeper than that. But by no means do I personally subscribe to or believe in the spinning, wobbling, flying, uncharted, on a crash course to something somewhere, spaceship Earth theory. Okay? I've got my own good reasons for that. All right? Many good reasons. But I am not a minority in that perspective. I am not a minority in that worldview. My perspective aligns with the majority cosmological views across time. Maybe not today in the modern age, where, like I said, all of you are being hypnotized and programmed, and your perceptions are being changed and influenced by influencers and the news and the media and stuff. But across time, I'm in the majority. I'm on the side that always has seen it the correct way, or at least closer to a correct version than this. Ooh, buddy. Justin says we need to fund you a new chair to sit in. Actually, you guys have already done that. I'm sitting in the new chair that you guys funded, so thank you. And I like this one way better than the last one I had. It's just that I sit at the computer for like hours and hours and hours a day working on different projects. So I have to adjust sometimes, Like I don't want to stay sitting. Anyways, cosmology and why it's important. And let's take a look at the fakery. Okay? Now, I'm not disregarding that there may be some truth to, things that they throw out there with the lies or whatever. I believe that they do mix in some truth or whatever. Like, was there an actual rocket? I'm not one of the people that jumps off the deep end and says like the rocket launch itself was fake. It was a balloon. I saw the melted balloon picture or whatever, and that was all fake or whatever. Could it be? Yes, it could be. Okay. But I like to be balanced, you know what I mean? And look at all of it together, all those puzzle pieces. So this is called Hello Earth, and this is supposed to be an authentic photograph. It doesn't say here what it was taken with. I'm assuming it was the camera that Commander Reed Wiseman took. May I also just say that it's interesting that they sent 4 astronauts into space and 2 of them have the exact same names as the Fantastic Four that went into space. I think that's interesting, right? Doctor Doom and the other one. Anyways, hold on. I got some comments coming in the chat. Let me get with you guys here. We got Sarah Hoscutter in the chat says, Jay, more people are being honest about their beliefs in cosmology lately. I'm running into it in my daily life every day. Yes. So I'm going to talk to you about the ancient cosmological view, but this is the modern one. Okay. They have the world believing that you're trapped on this spinning, wobbling, flying spaceship. Basically, this is spaceship Earth, that it spins at 1,000 miles an hour. And while it's spinning, it's wobbling. And while it's wobbling, it's orbiting and flying through uncharted, unknown space, following after a gigantic fireball in a vacuum. Okay? That's basically, nobody knows where we are. Nobody knows where we're going. Nobody is charting where the Earth is flying, where the spaceship has been, or where it is going in space or anything. It's just unknown. And that's how they like it. They like you to be left in the dark. That's why they have space as complete darkness. In reality, if you were to open up the dome, you could see other worlds. You could see the fullness that is beyond. It is not empty space. This is the space. This darkness is our dark city that we live in. It's the dark world that we live in. That's the space that exists between the surface and the dome, because space must exist between 2 objects. Otherwise, it wouldn't be space. But yeah, this is the Hello World one. Now, I got a lot of comments on this picture, and I'm going to take a look. We're going to take a look at many of these pictures, all of them together. First of all, does it look oblate? No, it doesn't. Neil deGrasse Tyson says it looks like a pear. Let me play that clip for you guys real quick. He says it looks like a pear. Now, keep this in mind. Neil deGrasse Tyson is an academic. So that small portion of little, collegiate systems or colleges or academic institutions around the world, they do not represent all scientists. Keep that in mind, okay? They represent a minuscule, a sliver out of all of the actual scientists on Earth. And I'm including independent researchers, independent scientists, okay? They represent a sliver of them. It's just like there's a sliver of the population that is the super elite and they run the world. There's a sliver of the population that claim to be academics like Neil deGrasse Tyson. This one in particular is a puppet. He's a storyteller. He's very good, like a Southern Baptist church preacher that, that uses his inflections and his tone of voice and his mannerisms and dramatic pauses. Stuff like that, in order to play upon your emotions and, sort of screw with your head. But let's see what it says about the shape of the Earth.
It's not actually a sphere. It's oblate. And officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it.
Okay, so it's not a perfect sphere. It's not a sphere at all. He just said that. It's an oblate spheroid, which means it should be kind of squeezed in the middle, okay?
But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
It's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator. Keep that in mind, because I'm gonna show you how there's some truth there.
A little chubbier.
Yeah. Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
Yeah.
So,
pear-shaped, apple-bottom jeans wearing Earth.
It turns out the pear-shapedness is bigger than the height of Mount Everest above.
Okay, the pear-shapedness Earth. Let's go back to it. Let's take a look. Does it look at all pear-shaped or oblate or anything that he just said? No, it doesn't. It looks like a perfect circle. You know what they're going to tell you? You know what they always say in the comments? You know what ChatGPT or any of the AIs will tell you, who are on their side, by the way, because they're trying to use these AI systems, to tell everyone on Earth what to think and to shape the perceptions of the world even faster, and social norms and stuff. They're going to tell you it is. Look at it is. It actually is pear-shaped. It actually is an oblate spheroid, but it's so minuscule that you can't see it. I say that about everything when it comes to the shapes of the geography of our world. Oh yeah, I don't see erosion creating canyons. I don't see rivers carving out canyons or anything. Yeah, but over millions of years, it's so big that you just can't conceive of it. It's so small that you just can't detect it. Gravity, all of these things. They have zero evidence, zero proof. They're trying to tell you that your eyes are tricking you. There it is. Okay. Let me jump back in the chat, see what you guys are talking about. Let's see. I see something from... Oh, Lucas joined. What's up, Lucas? Good to see you. Lucas means light, if you knew that. Spiritual brain rot. Says, my other channel was blocked from chatting. I wonder what I might have said. I might not agree with everything, but can't remember being edgy or negative. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes people get blocked. I would just, be tactful. That's my best advice I can give to you. But once you're blocked, and I'm sorry, buddy. So just, be cool, be tactful. I don't know what else to tell you. But I don't mess with all this stuff when people get blocked. I just don't. It's too time consuming and there's just too many people. So welcome back, by the way, on your new channel name. And good luck. But anyways, so chubby bottomed pear-shaped Earth. Now, let's listen to what he said. It's a little wider. Let me get him pulled up here. It's a little wider at the equator. Remember this picture right here.
It turns out the pear-shapedness is bigger than the height of Mount Everest above sea level.
Hold on, I want to go back.
A little chubbier.
Yeah. Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
Yeah.
So equator.
A little chubbier.
Spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
It's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator. Well, if I go back to this square and stationary map of the Earth, this is exactly what we find. This right here, so here's the equator down here. This is the South Pole on this particular map. It goes all the way around. Okay, this is Antarctica, around the rim of the world, all the way around. So yes, there's way more over here, because not only that, if this particular version of our world, where it's sort of a crater shape, holds any merit, then it's way more, because it actually is dipping down and then going up, which helps to explain why Antarctica is so freezing cold, because it's way higher in elevation and way further away from the sun, obviously. But anyways, yes, this is the chubbier bottom part of the Earth, or would be, just to give you a visual. I'm not saying this is 100% accurate or anything, but I am saying this makes more sense to me than this does, because I don't see any chubbiness. There is no chubbiness. Let's take a closer look. Now, a lot of people have looked at this and said, oh, that's Australia. That is not Australia. This Earth is upside down. Just like the world we live in. It's upside down, it's inverted, everything is backwards. So I flipped it the correct way. I'll share that with you right here. So here's how it should look. This is supposed to be the northwestern tip of Africa, or the northwestern side of Africa. Now, just to show you, you can see Spain over here, right above it, because Spain looks like a face that's facing the United States, basically. That's how I see it, okay? So this is supposed to be the northwestern tip of Africa. Where does Africa go? Why is Africa disappearing into nothing right there? Do you see that? It's just land, boom, and then it's just fading out. It's like the ocean. It's like underwater or something, right? It's just the rest of Africa completely disappears. Oh, there's clouds there. People don't examine these. They don't scrutinize these. They just take a look at like, oh yeah, there's some land, there's some water, I think, and there's some clouds. Sweet, that's Earth. Yeah, sure. Where's the rest of Africa? It's just completely gone. There's some kind of brown smudge down here. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but Africa should be bulging out and then coming in right here. And then we should see some Africa right there. Now, another thing, notice this point on Africa. See how there's like a little light right at this point right here? So we've got a few different sort of points on Africa. We've got like one at the top, and then it kind of comes over. There's one here, another here, and there's a huge pointy piece of land right there. Directly across from that, let's find it on another map, actually. So I pulled up some cloud maps. I wanted to see if I can match up the clouds from the same day that this picture was allegedly taken, which was April 2nd, allegedly. So I pulled up this. This is from April 2nd, and it shows you the cloud cover and stuff. But if I zoom into this, let's see if I can do that on this website. I want to zoom into that particular region in Africa to show you this anomaly. See this point right here? Kind of looks like a face, like there's a forehead, a nose, and then a mouth. Okay. Let's look at directly across from that point. Directly across from that point. And there's not much. There's the top of some land right here. That's the top of South Africa. Keep that in mind. Okay. This is the middle of South Africa, or the Horn of South Africa, I'm just going to call it. And across from the Horn of South Africa, if we were to trace a line that goes all the way across, that would take us to like this huge indentation over here in Africa, where you see actual land on this one. Okay, way down here. Let's go back to NASA's version. Let's look at the, where is it? I'm going to go to the righted one. So let me zoom out just so you can orient yourself. Here is allegedly Africa. Here's that same little tip, that little pointy piece of land. And directly across from that, almost directly across from that, we have that same Horn of South America. You see that? They're almost directly across from this one. Just goes just slightly below that. But this should go directly across to Mexico on a real map. So for example, let's pull up a different map. All right, so you can look over here and boom, let me zoom in a little bit. Here's that little pointy land. And we're going to go straight across. Whoop, whoop. You see how there's like nothing? That's because that's South America. That gets into the Gulf of Mexico right there. Okay. So it's not really in the right spot. Here's that pointy face. Here's Spain up here facing the exact same direction. You can see, right? Looks like a face facing the United States. Here's that same pointy part of Africa. You go straight across. And nothing. Here is South America, that part way down here. If we go across from South America, this easternmost tip over there, go all the way across, and we get to this point of South America. Well, where's that? Let's zoom out a little bit. Way down in Central Africa-ish, South Central Africa, the ghetto. Just kidding. But anyways, yeah, so that's one discrepancy. There's like millions of discrepancies with this picture. Another one is, let's talk about the night and day versions of this, okay? The night and the day versions of this particular Hello Earth picture. Now, I originally said they're passing this off as this is a nighttime photo of the Earth and this is the daytime photo of the Earth. I'm on NASA's website right now. And they're giving mixed emotions here. They're sending mixed emotions or information because this one's dated April 3rd, as you can see, April 3rd. But then in the description, it says it's a picture that was taken by Reed Wiseman. So crazy, these names. These can't be their real names. They just can't. A reed, the thing that grows up out of the earth, right? Like the Native Americans, how they left the inner earth to come to the surface world. They climbed the reed, which is, the wise man, the stick figure man in the sky. Anyway, it says here April 2nd, right? So some people are arguing, especially in the comments section of many different videos, it's the same picture. They just adjusted the shutter. No. It's the same picture, but they adjusted the exposure. No. It's the same picture, but they adjusted whatever. Okay. So this is what they're trying to tell you. This is like 16 seconds later, allegedly. And they had adjusted some settings on it to make it look like it's daytime. Yeah, just got a super chat. Let me say thank you. Woundsocket. NASA admits reentry temperatures reach 5,000 degrees, yet the cerium doped glass that coats the reentry shuttle has a melting temperature of 3,000. Yeah, we've seen that before. The math that doesn't add up to, things that melt back in September of a particular year, right? Yeah, you make a good point. Now, so let's check out the daytime and nighttime. This is supposed to be the original. And then some people are making the case because they really want this to be true. They adjusted, look at all this light coming off of it, right? There's no atmosphere this far out. You know what I mean? There's no atmosphere down there. What is the light touching? Why is the light spreading right there? There shouldn't be any light right there. Just like there's no light over here or in space or whatever. Shouldn't be none. There should be no light right there. Okay. Because the sun is just blocked. But anyways, yeah, they're trying to say this is the settings on the camera are able to make it look like daytime. Why? Because of moonlight. It's the moonlight. So I'm assuming the sun is on the other side of this earth, okay? And the moon is behind the camera taker, the picture taker, okay? Right? So the moonlight is hitting the earth and it's making it look like daytime because of the settings from, I don't know how many thousands of miles away they are right now. They're probably like 500 miles away, I'm guessing. Looks like it's about twice the distance from the ISS, I'm guessing. I don't know, according to the official stories. But people were saying this in my comment section. Let me share my comment section with you guys. So let's see. I've got one person says, I don't think that the people of NASA are so stupid, it seems. Maybe they want to leak something. Another one says, nothing wrong, just a take dumb NASA picture. Another person says, I love how every time you say you didn't go to college for the number of years gets bigger. Another person says that they say the same thing. To govern, to retard, to slow down, or to control speed. Another person. Where's all the comments? It can't be all the comments. I know that's not all the comments. Oh, these are the ones that are held for review. Sorry, let me do published comments. The title should be Suspicious AF. Another person says, heck of a job, Brownie. Another person says, isn't there supposed to be a delay? Another person is talking about where all the oil is going. But let me get back to the comment. Yeah, where's the video footage? Duh, that's what I'm screaming right now. Where is the lunar flyby video footage? Video of the moon. Let me show you something. Now that I'm on the video of the moon topic, I have an alleged video of the moon. From an alleged space mission or whatever. Here it is right here. So this is from, what is it? Blue Ghost? This lunar lander or whatever, like orbiting the moon. Check this out. You get video, allegedly. I'm not saying that's real, but at least they tried. The Artemis 2 mission, the big, huge head, what do you call that? The big honcho or whatever. The big one, we're going to the moon, all that. We don't have anything like that. Nothing. I'll show you what we have. We have garbage. Nothing. We just have these still pictures, these PlayStation 1, original PlayStation model pictures. And then you have crap like this, which doesn't match up with the grainy, out of focus moon pictures that they shared with everybody. Hopefully the video is working okay. I got a lot going on my computer here. But anyways, what was I talking about? Let me get back to the subject here. Yeah. Oh, the comments. That's right. So let me pull up these comments real quick because I responded to somebody here in the comments. See if I can find it. It's the naysayers. Everyone, if I don't respond to your comment, I probably think it's a cool comment. And I don't heart all the comments, like sometimes it's just time consuming to do a million comments. But I do try, to catch up with you guys here. Where's that one? Oh, unresponded. Let's take that off. So here we go. So this person says it's not a day and night picture. It's a difference in exposure. Okay. So I looked it up. Here's my reply. Let's read my reply here. This is a response from Grok because I uploaded the nighttime version to Grok, to AI, okay? And I said, hey, here's a NASA picture of the Earth at nighttime. And then I said, here's a picture that I adjusted using AI to make it look like it's daytime. Okay, so I lied to Grok and said, yeah, I used AI to like use that same picture over here to make it look like it's daytime. But then I also uploaded this picture and I uploaded the camera specs and I asked it, could changing the exposure on the camera, on this particular camera that was used, create daytime and daylight? That's what that is, okay? Don't tell me this is nighttime. Don't tell me this is just super bright nighttime. That's freaking daytime. You know what daytime looks like. I know daytime looks like. That's daytime, okay? At least it looks exactly like daytime. Grok says, no. Changing exposure, hold on, let me move this so I can see it. Changing exposure, ISO, aperture, or other in-camera settings on the Nikon D5 cannot turn a true night side photo backlit facing the dark hemisphere into a bright sunlit daytime image that you created with AI. Excuse me. Then I told it that I, made the brighter picture myself using AI. Why it's physically impossible. So Grok is saying this is physically impossible. No sunlight on the dark side. In your setup, backlit facing the night side, the side of the Earth visible to the camera receives zero direct sunlight. Only faint city lights, air glow, auroras, and lighting are present. The daytime side, the one in your AI image, is illuminated by full sunlight, which is millions of times brighter than city lights. Dynamic range limits. Even the excellent Nikon D5, which has strong dynamic range for a DSLR, can't invent light that isn't there. Overexposing massively to try to brighten the night side would make the city lights blow out into ugly white blobs, reveal extreme noise and grain at very high ISO, still look nothing like the proper daylight colors, clouds, or ocean blues, because the underlying photon data just isn't there. Real world examples. Astronauts using the D5 on Artemis 2 captured night side Earth, so now it's referencing that same thing, that same picture, and it looks exactly like your first image because it is the same image. When they shoot the sunlit side, they use much lower ISO and faster shutter speeds. You can't get both in one exposure. So here's what it's doing. It looks at this and it goes, yes, that's authentic. Right? And then it looks at this one and it goes, no, that's not authentic. That's impossible. But it's confused because it will research NASA's websites and it will research the official explanation across the internet. And now it has to try to like figure it out because it's being told by academia this is possible when it's not. It's not possible. This is the dark side of the Earth. You wouldn't even see it. Okay, people are like, oh no, the moon's light is so bright. Well, okay, let's take a look at some of these other NASA pictures of the dark side of things and see, what it looks like. Here's the Earth's dark side. Do you see any lights? Do you see any cities, countries, clouds, ocean, a damn thing? No, you don't. It's freaking nothing. It's blackness. It's see-through. Okay, let's take a look at another one. Let's see if we see some more. Here's another one. Bam, right here, April 3rd. I don't see anything. You see anything? There's nothing there. Let's take a look at it some more. Let's see what else I got here. Look how bright this freaking Earth is over here. I did upload some of these to AI to ask it if it thought they were real or AI generated. The one it thought was the most AI generated was this one right here. With the girl like staring back at the Earth or whatever. That one came out as like 86% likely that it was AI generated. But yeah, anyways, that is the Hello Earth picture. This one right here. Okay. A lot of anomalies, a lot of strange things that you can almost faintly see what's supposed to be the window of the whole thing. Right? How cloudy is the Earth? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think clouds stretch across entire continents without stopping. I feel like they should be patchy. Like, I don't know. But that's what I see. You know, that's kind of how it feels to me. But anyways, let me see. Let me move everything so I can see the chat. I don't know if you guys have been trying to get my attention or what. And then we'll move on to some other stuff. Sarah says, Jay, no stars, no other planets, no satellites, no space debris. Yeah, where the hell's all the space debris? Where's all the satellites? Speaking of satellites, why is it that whenever you go to like NASA's live feed of the ISS, they'll have a big like message saying like, sorry, no live feed is available. We periodically go through, you know, times where there's no connection or whatever. You're literally closer to the satellites and SpaceX's, you know, satellite provider, 10,000 internet provider satellites or whatever. You're literally closer than we are. You should not have this interruption. You know what I mean? And they're still trying to show you like the footage. Let's get back to the footage. Actually, hold up. I want to check out some of these moon pictures. Where is the video of the moon? That's the whole purpose. You're supposed to go look at the moon. You're supposed to take videos and pictures and stuff. How many pictures did we get? 12, 10, 8, something like that? Let's find out. I'm on NASA's website right now. Okay. Here's a picture of the moon. Wow. Look at that. That cost you guys $1 billion. That looks just like it does on Earth. Let's take another picture of the moon. Okay. Wow, there it is. Check that out. Man, amazing. So glad we got so close to it. Let's take a look at another one. Oh my God, look, we're a little bit closer this time. Holy cow, you can't get that. You can't get that from the Earth. Let me introduce you to the Nikon P1100. Here's somebody on Earth zooming into the moon. Hold on, let me get that off there. Here it comes. Oh, we're getting to the space size moon that they just shared. Oh, it's okay. Oh my goodness. What is going on? That's from the Earth. Okay. That costs about, I don't know, how much is the new Nikon? $1,000 or something? How much did NASA want? $1 billion to give you, let me pause this. He's got all kinds of image, and these are videos, not just pictures, okay? From Earth, you can take moon videos and get really close. You know why? Because the moon, the luminary in the sky, is really close. It is not 237,000 miles away. It's crazy. Yeah. So here's the moon version. Here's the NASA version. One of the NASA versions. I think that's the biggest one I actually can see that they're sharing with us here. Look, here's an astronaut's head. That's important. Look at that. That's great. Here's the astronaut looking out of his car window at the moon. It looks like. Like, does that look like they're close to the moon? No. Well, you don't understand. Here's another one. Okay, there it is again. I'm not impressed. Not impressed at all. I can see that with my bare eyes. What else we got? Oh, here's a big one. Ooh, that's a big one. Look at that one. Look at that. No, this is not what we expected, okay? We expected high resolution close-up pictures, photographs, videos especially, of the freaking moon. You got all these dumb pictures of like this. What is this? Oh, there's a video. Let's see what is this a video of? Let's find out. Cool. It's a trash can. It's a video of a space trash can. And oh, this is where the thing comes apart. Oh yeah, let's watch that. I want to see it come apart because you can see all these little water droplets come off of it, or air bubbles or something. Let's see. There it goes. Look at all this crap flying around in the atmosphere. If they are way up in space, they're still in the atmosphere, okay? Which is why propulsion works and all that stuff, if it does. They're not in the vacuum of space at all. They are in the atmosphere high up in the sky. Look at their little spritzes of air. I love that they got that. Pss, 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 pss. That's crazy. The only way that those spritzes of air and propulsion from rockets or anything can work in space is because it is the space between the dome and the surface, because there's still atmosphere up there. It's just a little bit different than way down here on the surface. They're still in the atmosphere. How can they float? Because there's a lot of density. All those gases keep floating up, like helium and hydrogen, keep going until it gets to the middle of our world, and it's very dense. And when you have a dense fluid, you float in it, just like going to the what do you call that? The salt sea or whatever. Anyways, that's the video. I don't really care about that video. Where's the moon video? Is this a moon video? Let's find out. Where's the moon, people? Where's your moon video? Look, here's grainy, choppy, crappy footage. Like you saw the other moon video of the lander that's like flying past in 4K or whatever. What is this? This is $4 billion? Get out of here. Nah. Where's the moon video? What do we got here? What is this? Maybe I'm in the wrong section. Hold on, let me check it out. Oh yeah. This is them blasting. This is them flying through space. Look. Flying through space. Propulsion in a vacuum. That doesn't work. Look, if I took a fan, like if I took a high-powered fan and I'm in space, I can't just turn the fan on and it pushes me. Okay, there's not pushing against anything. What else we got? Let's go to this is like day 2 or something. Let's go a little further in their mission here. And then I'm gonna show you some videos too. What is this? What is this? I don't want this. Artemis 2 Astronauts Gallery. Is that what we want? Artemis 2 Journey to the Moon. Lunar Flyby. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the big what do you call that? What's the phrase I'm looking for? Tamale. Thank you. It's the big tamale. All right, let's check it out. Ooh, there it is. Look at, there's the tiny Earth. Tiny, super tiny Earth from pretty close nearby to the moon, right? So the moon is supposed to be 4 times smaller, approximately, than the Earth, right? And we're basically at the moon right now. So the Earth should not be that tiny, is what I'm trying to say. But can I zoom in on this? There's the Death Star. I don't know what that's supposed to be up there. Here's some weird outline of some creepy face right there. I can't really zoom in on this anymore. Let me see if I can try something here. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Check that out. Now, look at this. This is supposed to be the moon. I don't think so. I'm not really, it's not convincing to me. You know what I mean? Look at it. It's really crappy. It's just crappy quality. I mean, what about the brightness too? You could tell it's being lit, right? It's supposed to be, this is the bright side, right? Does that look how bright the moon is from the Earth? No. It looks like it's a gray Death Star. This doesn't look like it's producing any light at all. It doesn't look like it's reflecting much light. I don't think you would see. Let's pull up let's remind ourselves. Full moon in the sky. Let's remind ourselves of how bright the moon is, okay? That's how bright it is from us. You see that? That's how bright it is. Look at this picture. Let's open it up. Let's take a good hard look at it just to remind ourselves. That is illuminating everything down here on the ground. See how white that is and bright that is? Now let's go back to the NASA picture. Are you convinced? I'm not. Does that look like it's lighting up our night sky at night? No, not even close. Nothing of the sort. This is a dull gray rock. Now, if we look at the picture of the moon from the first Apollo missions, they got it a little closer. Apollo mission moon. Let's look at the moon from Apollo from like 70,000 years ago. Let's see, where is it? Let's find a moonrise picture. There we go. This will work. Wait, what's that other one? Oh, yeah, I like that one. All right, let's check out this one. Boom. Now, this is a crappy picture, but it's bright enough to show you how bright the moon used to be during the Apollo missions, which is crazy because the moon is actually getting brighter as time moves forward. The moon didn't used to be as bright back in the 70s and stuff. The moon was more of a yellow color. It was not white. It was not super bright like it is today. It didn't cast sharp shadows on walls and stuff like that. But this is the moon of yesteryear. Look how bright that is. Here's the moon of today. Let's look at another picture. Let's look at their dark moon. Look at that. Super dark moon. Is that really the moon? Here's the old version. Super bright. At least they got that right. And then here's the moon of today. Right there. No. It's wrong. It's wrong, man. Super bright moon. 70 freaking years ago. However long ago it was. I'm not saying this is even real, okay? I'm just saying they did a better job faking it, at least with the brightness, than they did this go round. Look at that Death Star, old, gray, nasty, faded plastic claymation moon. Let me zoom in on this one too, actually. I want to take a closer look at this. Look at this. Look at this Swiss cheese looking plastic clay looking moon. Something's not right. You know? It doesn't look like it does when I look at it through a telescope with my eyes, with the P900 or whatever cameras. This is not adding up. My brain is smart enough to figure this out that this is not right. Something's off here. You know what I mean? Look how dark that is. At least look at the luminosity. What's this one? That's another one, dark moon. And you notice, like, you can't see this side of it. Where's adjusting the shutter speed for this side? Don't they want to see all the freaking moon? You know what I mean? Where's adjusting the aperture or any of the camera settings so you can see this side like you did with the Earth? Don't you want isn't the whole point of you going to the moon to like document all of it? Or was it to take artistic pictures? I'm confused. Let's look at some more pictures. What else we got? Let's see. Look at this freaking spaceship is brighter than the moon. Like, look at that. What is this too? What is this crap? It's supposed to be the sun on the other side of the moon. Where's this light? What's this light hitting to make this glow? That only happens here on Earth because of atmosphere. In the vacuum of space, there's no spreading of the light or anything like that. It's just the beams of light go straight. I don't get that. And it's just nothing over here. I don't understand any of these. Like, it's not that I don't understand, that I'm not intelligent enough to comprehend what they're trying to get me to believe in. It's just that they're not adding up. They're not holding up to scrutiny. You know what I mean? I mean, look at this. It looks like it's made out of clay. You know what this looks like? This looks like a crater picture of the moon I saw that's really old. Vintage moon crater image. Boom. Let me see if I can find that one. There's this particular image that it reminds me of. Yeah, look at these old ones. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the one I'm looking for. There's all kinds of them here. That one's got an alien on it. Let's see. No. I mean, it kind of reminds me of all these old fake pictures of the moon. But there's like this model of a moon crater. Where is it? I'm sure it's here somewhere. It's hard to find pictures these days on the internet. They just dilute all of the good stuff with the crappy stuff on the internet. So it's hard to find anything of substance these days on the internet. All right, let me get back up here to the top. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of these old NASA, oh, here it is right here in the middle. Boom. I overlooked it. This is kind of what it reminds me of. I can't find a better one. Let's see if I can find a better one. Here we go. Boom. Shakalaka. This is kind of what it reminds me of. This is not real at all. It's like a little model or whatever. You see that? Now let's go back to their picture. It's pretty close. You know what I mean? Very similar consistency and stuff. There it is again. And then here's this 1950s or whatever artist rendition of craters on the moon. This actually probably looks a little better, in my opinion. This one looks a little more convincing than this clay earth or clay moon one. Where'd it go? I'm losing my place. I got too many tabs open. Oh, let's get back to the comments too. So here's another one. Somebody in the comments section says the two photos are of nighttime Earth, both of them, taken almost simultaneously with a shutter speed of 1/4 of a second on the lighter one, and the other one at 1/250th of a second on the other one. So I asked Grok. I went to AI and I said, hey, I uploaded a dark version to Grok, and I told it that I made an AI-generated version of the Earth using the same photo in an attempt to make it look like it's daytime. When I asked if it's possible to do this using the same camera that took the darker photo by changing the shutter speed, here's what it said. No. Hold on, let me make this bigger so you can read along. I don't know how to make it bigger. Sorry. But it says here, no. Even with drastically different shutter speeds, like 1/4 versus 1/250th, you cannot turn a genuine night side photo into a bright sunlit daytime image like your AI generated one. Here's why it doesn't work. The fundamental problem is light source, not exposure time. On the night side, the hemisphere facing your camera setup, there is no direct sunlight. The only illumination comes from city lights and from very dim space. Air glow, possible moonlight, if the moon is in the right position, auroras, or lighting. A longer shutter speed, 1/4 of a second, collects more of this faint light, revealing glowing city networks, exactly like the real Artemis night side photos. A faster shutter speed, 1/250th of a second, would make the same scene much darker, mostly black, with just the brightest city clusters or auroras barely visible. I'm not going to read all this, but basically it disagrees, and it says that's not possible. All right, let me see what else we got. Somebody in the chat. Where's my chat? Where are all the family members and friends to the 9/11 airplane passengers? Nobody has heard from them in 25 years. Yeah, they don't exist. You already know. That crap's fake. You already know. I don't even have to do a video on it. We all know, okay? That's like conspiracy 101 is 9/11. You know what I mean? I'm on the no planes boat myself. I don't know where you guys are on that. I totally don't think there were any planes or anything, but you know, okay? Official story, all that crap, right? All right, let's keep talking about Artemis and these astronauts. Now, let me share something with you. The first Apollo mission, they had a press conference immediately afterwards. Here's what these people looked like. I'm going to share a little clip.
It was our pleasure to have participated in one great adventure.
Go on.
An adventure that took place not just in the month of July.
An adventure?
But rather one that took place in the last decade.
Took place in the last decade? Go on.
We all here and the people listening in today had the opportunity to share that adventure over its developing and unfolding in the past
adventurous, exciting. Okay, so you get the point, right? This first press conference, these guys looked nervous, they looked anxious, they looked scared. Like there's clearly way more to this story in this first press conference. Let's check out the newest press conference. It's the exact opposite. These people are on drugs, like ecstasy or something. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit because I don't want to sit here for like 20 minutes during the whole thing. So I'm gonna speed this up just a tiny bit, okay? But let's 1.5. Can you guys do 1.5? Check this out. Here's the press conference. Now, you would think, I want you to think about this. If you just went to the moon or really close to the moon, okay, and you're basically like a hero here on Earth, what are you going to say at a press conference? What are you going to talk about, right? Obviously, you're going to talk about the moon and what you saw and all the things and all the experiments you did while you were on your way and what it was like. And you right? That's what you would think. Let's listen to what these astronauts actually say.
Okay. Yeah, let's sync. Let's sync real quick. 3, 2, 1.
Integrity.
3, 2, 1, integrity. Sync up your watches. Like the freaking, Power Team 4 or whatever. It's like from a comic book. Why are you doing that? They start off with something frivolous and unimportant, right? That's what this whole presentation does. They're like, oh, we're a family. We're bonded. They talk about being bonded for like life as if some sort of ritual happened. You know what I mean? This is weird.
So we wear these Acta watches, and if you hit this button, the red light lights up, which tells you got a good battery. And I don't know why, but for the last 2 years when we wear these, hey Hopper, for the last 2 years when we wear these things, it just kind of brings us back into focus whenever we get a little distracted. So we did a lot of syncing when we were on this mission for no reason whatsoever.
We did a lot of in-syncing when we were on this mission. Okay, let's start with something frivolous. Maybe they'll start getting into the moon. Maybe they'll start talking about the moon and, space and all their experiments and the science, because these are the most brilliant minds on Earth. I do want to give a shout out. Let's see. I just got a message here from David. I watched live, no pictures on approach. I could have loaned them my dash camera if they just asked. That's funny. Hey, thanks, David. I know, right? All right, now listen to what they say here. Let's listen to what they're actually talking about.
I have absolutely no idea what to say. This is 24 hours ago, the Earth was that big out the window and we were doing Mach 39, and here we are back in Ellington at home.
I have no idea what to say. I just went to the moon, or, near to it or whatever. Like, everyone on Earth is making a big deal about this. I have no what to say. What can I say? I just went to the moon. You better say something, pal. Scientist, right? Cream of the crop astronaut. You better have something to share with the people. Let's give some more hugs and high fives. Every 2 minutes, we need to all hug each other and touch each other once again. Like, what they're really doing, This is an abundance of high fives and exuberance, and it seems like they're on ecstasy.
Every one of us are just going to give a couple words, but I get the mic first, so I'm going to start. Victor, Christina, and Jeremy.
We're going to the moon. That's exactly how the last press conference began, by the way. In that order, he called them out. Victor, Christina, Jeremy, we're going to the moon. And I don't know if you guys saw that last one. It was hilarious. This one, they're clearly on drugs.
We are bonded forever. And no one down here is ever going to know what the four of us just went through. And it was the most special thing that will ever happen in my life. And our families are over here. And with the exception of...
We are bonded forever. That's an interesting thing to say. No one here on Earth is ever going to know what we just went through. We're definitely not going to talk about it. Okay.
Susie and Jeannie, who are in the audience, but I don't know where they are. But I'm going to hit Mac and Donald's later today.
He's going to hit Mac and Donald's later today? He's going to go to McDonald's. That's what you want to do. You just went to the moon. You want to have some McDonald's? Okay.
Honor of your husband. No one knows what the families went through, man. This was not easy.
No one knows. It's like they went to war or something, okay? No one knows what the families went through. Right. Well, I don't know. Whatever. Let me hear them out.
1,000+ miles away from home. Like, before you launch,
how many?
It feels like easy. Being 200,000+ miles away from home. Like, before you launch, it feels like...
Notice how he's like shaking his head no as he says that. Going like 200,000+ miles away from home.
Dream on Earth. And when you're out there, you just want to get back to your families and your friends. It's a special thing to be a human, and it's a special thing to be on planet Earth. Thank you.
It's body language is an interesting thing. Like body language is an interesting thing. You know what I mean? It's really, it tells a lot of things about when people are telling the truth and when they're not. When we were 200,000+ miles away from the Earth. Right? Oh, I missed it. I missed the description of the moon, and I missed the description of their science experiments, and I missed all of the whole reason why they went. I missed all of that. All I heard was McDonald's and freaking hugs, and there's going to be a high five incoming. Mandatory. Oh, it turned into a handshake. I just want to touch you guys. It feels so good right now. Oh my God, did you guys feel amazing? Do you feel my uniform? You guys feel this uniform? Oh God, let me touch you again.
Follow that up is Victor Glover, so let's go.
Now this dude's like on the verge of
tears. Ready
tears.
for questions. I'm gonna keep it brief because I'm afraid to start talking.
He's afraid to start talking.
I have not processed what we just did, and I'm afraid to start even trying.
Hold on, let me make sure you guys can hear this. You guys hear this in the chat? I just want to make sure. Let me know you guys can hear the audio. I would hate to comment on it and you guys can't hear the audio. Mr. Rasta is in the chat. Says, Jay, where do you think NASA spends their fundings on? It's not rock. I don't believe that they actually have money. That's my honest opinion. I don't believe that they have like a bank account and they use money. I think they just take. That's my opinion. I think they just take whatever they want. I don't think they actually have money to spend. I mean, I'm sure they like, when it comes to like little piddly things, they probably have some money or whatever. But that rocket and all that stuff, I think they just took that. Personally, I don't think that the elite rich people of the world and the governments of the world use money. I think they just take what they want. That's my opinion. Let's see what else we got. We got Ajax. What's up, Ajax? Says JayDreamerZ. So fake. Love you, brother. Thank you. What else we got? Anything else on the chat for right now? I'm just looking for my name highlighted. Hold on, I saw something. Oh, Heather, thank you so much for the donation, Heather. Heather and family. All right. I'm sorry I'm not seeing anything else here in the chat. Anything else? A lot of people busting up laughing. I'm glad. It's hilarious, right? I mean, it's sad, but it's also funny. They just want to touch each other because they're on ecstasy. What else we got? Oh, you can hear it. Thank God. Okay. I'm glad you guys can hear it. Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah. Okay. Let's check out the rest of it.
When this started on April 3rd, I wanted to thank...
When it started on April 3rd, exactly what started on April 3rd? Because I'm pretty sure it was April Fool's Day, which is the 1st of April, when they blasted off and started the whole mission. So, it's a thing for me personally. April 3rd, when all this started on April 3rd. Okay. Don't know what you're talking about. Maybe something happened for them on April 3rd that we don't know about. Okay, I'll follow. Let's see what else we got.
In public. And I want to thank God again.
Thank God again. Thank you, God.
Bigger than my challenge trying to describe what we went through, the gratitude.
Yeah, don't describe it. Whatever you do, don't describe what you went through. That's not what this press conference is for. We wanted to see more hugs. We wanted to hear more about the McDonald's trip. Please, don't describe what you went through.
We saw doing what we did and being with who I was with.
It's like people that won the Super Bowl. I just want to thank God. We went to the moon. Thank God.
To just be in one body. And I wanted to thank our families.
Thank you, families.
That he just said. So great words.
Thank you, families, for what this other guy said. Great words. Do you have anything to offer to bring to the table? Your whole point of going was to observe so you can share with everyone else. That's what you said in the first press conference. Now you're like, I don't know what to say, and I just want to thank God, and great words, and I don't know what to say right now.
I love you, but not just those 5 beautiful cocoa skin ladies right there.
I love you. I feel amazing. So good.
And I wanted to thank
Is it hot in here?
And it's changed since we were here in April of 2023.
I love all of you.
But the qualities have you. And
bring it in.
We are fortunate to be in this agency at this time together. And so I'm going to sit down. Thank you also to
I
our
missed
air
it.
operations for this facility and for our ride home from San Diego. And
Ride home from San
I love you.
Diego?
Thank you.
The ride home from the moon. I missed it. I missed the part where he describes what the moon looks like that he looked at and witnessed with his own eyes. I missed all the scientific experiments that were happening. I missed the whole 10 days journey. I missed it somehow. Sorry. All I heard was, I love you guys. I just feel amazing and thank God. I want to thank God. I don't know what I'm thinking about, but I just want to thank God. I'm just really emotional right now. Okay. Is it hot? Is it hot in here? Can you guys turn on the air conditioner? Do you want the air conditioner? Do you want a hug? Hold on. Let me jump in the chat. It's too easy. Right. It's above their pay grade to know what they did. Great words. Great words. I want to, what he said, McDonald's. I don't know. Something. What else we got? We're going to Disneyland. Jay, can we watch that again so we can watch the others' faces? Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep playing it. I'm Johnny Knoxville from Jackass and I'm going to the moon, right? Jay, live midday. I know. Macaulay. Someone agreed, Jay. It seems that they have access to so much money and might not be the biggest thing. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on the presentation here. Hugs. Please hug me. I need you to hug me too. You two over here. Oh, you two. Oh, can I get another one? Can I touch your hand? Can I touch your jumpsuit? Oh my God.
Reed just said it was a setup for us who had to follow him. That's true. I couldn't sleep this morning, so I did write some words down in my mind, and I'm going to try and share them with you today. 10 days ago, this journey started with our mission manager, Sean Duvall, knocking on my door in crew quarters and whispering, Christina, we're go for launch. Get up. And
okay.
It ended last night when my nurse on the ship put me to bed and said, ma'am, can I get a hug? So
okay. It's like, that was a pity clap that everyone joined in on. Did you hear that? Like, she was waiting for like this huge roar of applause when my nurse on the ship put me to bed and said, ma'am, can I get a hug? Ma'am, can I get a hug? After she like puts her to bed. Like, that's a little creepy. I'm just going to say, I don't know what this is. I don't know why nurses are putting you to bed and all that. It's really strange, but they're high as fudge right now. So let's, you could tell. Let's see what else they got. Oh, and it has been said that all of them might have little microphones in their ears or whatever, speakers, like little Bluetooth things, like at least her prompting her what to say, because watch, it seems like it fails in a second. I was watching someone else that noticed this. I can't remember if it was Static or who it was, but somebody had pointed this out.
A lot has happened since then, but or between those two moments, but the start and the end were human moments here on Earth.
Human moments. You notice how they like to use the word human and planet Earth when referring to the Earth that we all know the Earth, what it is, right? But they say, yeah, when we went back to planet Earth, like when we went back to planet Earth, us humans went back to planet Earth. We're totally humans going back to planet Earth. Does that sound like normal mode of speech? Is that how you guys talk? You refer to yourselves as humans and refer to the world we live on as planet Earth all the time? No. You sound like a freaking alien.
So several years ago, I was giving a speech and I was doing my usual talk about crew and crewmates and teamwork. And
the first time she seemed like she was drunk on the first NASA press conference. Now they all look like they're on ecstasy. I don't know.
Ask the question, what makes a crew? What is different about a crew than a team? And I was like, I got this. Open my mouth confidently to tell them everything I knew about me.
I got this. Thank God it's not actual scientific question. Thank God it's not actually asking me about the moon and what I saw and what it looks like and what my experience was.
Crewmate.
What makes a team?
And everything that came out of my mouth was completely without value. I was like, yeah, crews, they're in space.
I believe this story. Let me rewind that. Hold on. I totally believe her. Hold on. This is the part I do believe.
Confidently to tell them everything I knew about being a crewmate. And everything that came out of my mouth was completely without value. I was like, yeah, crews,
Yeah.
they're in space and
I believe
they
this
work
part.
together, but they eat together too. So, they're a crew. And
Go on.
boats have crews.
Amazing.
Your crew, if you're on a boat, helps if you have a paddle. That'll be good. That'll make you a
$1
crew.
billion. This is $1 billion.
But the last 10 days, I've gotten a little bit of a better answer on that question. A crew is people or, a group that is in it all the time.
Time out. Wait a minute. Wasn't she just telling a story about how like someone asked her and she like couldn't think of it or whatever, but she just like wrote these notes down in her mind and now she's ready? Okay, then right? Don't you expect her to now be ready? Okay, well, hold on. I'm not going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry, but let me back up.
A little bit of a better answer on that question.
Okay, better answer. I'm ready. Go for
A
it.
crew is people or, a group
You're good.
that is in it all the time, no matter what,
Sure.
that is stroking together
Whoa.
every minute with the
Time
same
out.
purpose,
What?
that is stroking together every minute with the same purpose, that is stroking together every minute with the same purpose, that is
Okay.
willing to sacrifice silently for each
Wait,
other
what?
with the same purpose, that is willing to sacrifice silently together every minute with the same purpose.
They're all stroking
willing
together.
to
Time out.
sacrifice-
Am I hearing this correctly? They're all stroking together. What did she say? And they're willing to sacrifice. Hold on.
Silently for each other,
Hold
that
on.
gives grace.
I got to do it again.
That
Hold
is
on.
willing to sacrifice, a group that is in it all the time, no matter what, that is stroking together every minute with the same purpose, that is willing to sacrifice silently for each other, that gives
Silently
grace,
for each other.
that holds accountable. A crew has the same cares and the same needs. And
Go ahead.
a crew is inescapably,
I don't know.
beautifully, dutifully
Oh,
linked.
oh, she rhymed.
So when
Beautifully and dutifully linked. Very good. Thank you. Now, listen. For all the first graders and kindergartners watching my channel right now, that was for you. Okay, that was. Now we're going to get to the actual science experiment. She's literally the woman who's in charge of the science experiments on the ship.
we saw Tiny Earth, people asked our crew
Tiny
what
Earth?
impressions we had. And honestly, what struck me
Here it
wasn't
comes.
necessarily just Earth, it was all the blackness around it. Earth was just this lifeboat hanging
Okay.
undisturbingly in the universe.
All right. Undisturbingly. I think you mean. Oh wait, something happened. Hello.
Uh-oh.
Are you picking up on our reception? You got reception? Meow. Can you hear us?
I may have not learned.
Improvise.
I know I haven't learned.
Improvise.
Everything that this journey has yet to teach me.
Let's check that out again, shall we?
Nope.
Glitch.
I may have not learned, I know I haven't learned everything that this journey has yet to teach me. But there's one new thing I know, and that is planet Earth, you are a crew. Thank you.
Improvise. Quick. Improvise. Can we watch that part again? I really want to see that part again. Hold on. 1 second. Look at him. She's like, I totally screwed that up. My speaker and my Bluetooth cut out. I didn't know what to say. And she's telling you a story about how someone had asked her about her moon mission and she didn't know what to say. And here she is, not knowing what to say.
You are a.
So she's just making up some crap. This turned into a
So-
prep speech. This turned into a terrible halftime. What do you call that? Like when the coach is trying to inspire his team or whatever at halftime or something, but he doesn't know what to say. That's kind of what this turned into. All right, watch this as she breaks down. It's almost like someone's telling her, tell him the story about the thing. And then she's telling the story and they're like, okay, now you need, and then you, and she's like having difficulties. Listen.
Undisturbingly in the universe.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nervous laughter.
So
Help.
I may have not learned.
Help.
I know I haven't learned.
Okay.
Everything
I got this.
that this journey has yet to teach me.
I haven't learned anything about anything. I wasn't even on this journey, so I don't know what to say right now because the people are not talking to me anymore. They're not communicating with me. Fudge. I'm panicking right now. I'm high as fudge. I just want a hug. I hope maybe I can say something to get another hug going on here.
But there's one new thing I know. And that is
A new thing.
planet Earth. You are a crew.
That's the new thing that she knows. These are the best of the best of the best with honors. There's one thing I know, a new thing, brand new. I didn't know this before. Planet Earth, humans, you are a crew. Yeah.
Thank you.
Someone actually said yeah. Did you hear that? Give her a hug. Stand up. That deserves a standing O. Come on. Bring it in. Oh, you guys feel amazing. Are you guys sweaty too? God, I'm sweating. Jeez. Whew. I need some more water. I'm so glad they put water up here. All right,
Well,
next
it's been
one.
a lot.
Oh,
This isn't helping.
This is not helping. You're right.
This is the furthest I've been away from Reed in a long time.
I don't hear a damn thing about the moon. What happened to the moon? NASA. Okay, look, you made the ecstasy enraged guy have to put his water down, and now he's gonna come rushing in for like more touchy feely stuff. Watch.
Thank you. All right. That's good.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Whoa, where are you going? Whoa, hey, calm down. He's like, hey, remember what we said? Dude, you can't do that. We're on TV right now. That we're done with all that, okay? That was in the rubber room that we had that good time together, okay? You cannot do that. Watch her reach over and warn him like, you're going too far. Watch this. Hold on.
Thank you. All right. That's good. Thank you.
He's like, no,
I think.
don't do that.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
I think.
Keep going.
What I'd like to share today is
Get up in those
maybe
pants.
3 of the human experiences for us. And you haven't heard us talk a lot about the science, the things we've learned.
No, we
and
have
that's
not.
Because they're there. And they're incredible.
Oh, snap. That went right past me. I haven't heard them talk a lot about the science and stuff, the experiments, because they're there. Oh, God, I'm so dumb. Thank you. God, it all makes sense now. It's like a light has turned on in my brain. Hold on, let me make sure I heard him correctly.
Haven't heard us talk. I'd like to share today is maybe 3 of the human experiences for us.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard us talk a lot about the science, the things we've learned.
No, I haven't.
And that's because they're there, and they're incredible. But it's the human experience that is extraordinary for us.
Way more important than the moon. Way more important than this whole trip and $1 billion or however much this costs. The human experience, the hugs, the crew, the teamwork, the water? Yeah, water. McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's. Way more important is this dude putting his hands down my pants and sitting closer to me.
And it sounds like maybe for you too. And so I think
Really?
I'll start with gratitude. Gratitude from
I'm not on drugs, so I don't care about your human experience. I care about the moon. I care about the rocket. I care about the splashdown and how that actually went. You know what I mean?
Gratitude for.
What is this guy
I think I'll
doing?
start with gratitude.
is this dude
Gratitude for my family. Gratitude for
Yeah,
NASA
brother.
for its leadership. Gratitude for Canadian Space Agency.
Yeah, we said that a million times.
Gratitude pour les Canadiennes, et j'ai hâte de pouvoir revenir avec Reed, Christina, Victor, au Canada.
Oh, Canada. I'm going to speak French. Like, hey, Canada, do you guys speak English? Is this a thing? Have you guys, you don't take English anymore up there in Canada where you have to have poor French spoken on TV? Is this guy's to translate for all of you Canadians? Is that what's happening?
Gratitude for the bravery
Poor,
and the
as in poor French.
courage for the teams to be no-go when we were no-go.
Let me hear that
Go.
French. Hold on, let me go back.
J'ai alt pouvoir revenir. avec
J'ai
Reed,
alt
Christina,
pouvoir.
Victor.
That's like when you call
J'ai-
something and it's
j'ai
really
alt-
bad Spanish, and they're like, instead of like para español marque dos, they say para español marque dos. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what he sounds like right now. I'm not even the best French speaker, but yikes. Is this? I don't know. Anyways, I'm picking on him, but
Pouvoir revenir avec Reed, Christina, Victor.
can you hear the nervousness in his voice too? He's like losing it. You know what I mean? They don't know what to say.
Canada.
Hold on, let me jump in the chat. You guys are trying to get my attention here. Let's see. Do I have any comments in the chat from anybody? I do see Jack says, you know that movie, you're like me, a movie buff. Okay. Anything else? I probably missed a whole bunch of comments. Let's see. Here we go. Infinite. Why isn't it popping up? I don't know. Infinite says, I'll watch the rest later. Okay, well, I'll see you later. It's good to have you. What else we got? Anything else? Oh, here we go. Why are the comments? The comments should be popping up. I'm having some technical difficulties, I guess. I don't know. Can you guys still see me? Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, it looks like it's working. All right. I don't know why the comments are not popping up again. Hold on. I need to fix this real quick. I'm trying to get the comments to work. That's odd. Weird. I suddenly cannot put people's comments up. That's weird. I don't know why. Sorry. I don't know. Can't put your comments on screen. So let's just continue on.
Gratitude for.
Gratitude. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Gratitude for
Yes, gratitude. Please continue.
the bravery and the courage for the teams to be no-go when we were no-go and go.
God, that takes a lot of courage to be no-go when you're no-go. Courageous to be no-go. And you know, when you're no-go, just gratitude.
That took a lot.
Yeah, I agree. That took a lot to be no-go when you're no-go. You know, just a lot of courage.
I don't think people will really ever fully comprehend how well supported and trained we were.
Oh, I do. How much billions of dollars? Let's find out. How many billions of dollars did the Artemis 2 mission cost? $4.1 billion. All right, let me get back to the video. Where is it? I lost the video. Boom. Nope. Boom. Nope. Ew. What else? Nope, that's not it. Damn, I got all kinds of videos pulled up right now. We'll get back to the action lab and his little demonstration. We'll get back to splashdown. Oh, here we go. Now, what did he say?
When we were go. That took a lot.
Yeah, good job.
And I don't think people will really ever fully comprehend how well supported and trained we were.
I do. $4.1 billion to go do space, you know, technology experiments, look at the moon and tell us, you know, what you saw and stuff. $4.1 billion. That's how well you supported you were.
It is almost unbelievable.
It is. I agree. It's completely unbelievable. Yeah. Woo! The moon, baby. Tiny Earth.
All right, and as my daughter would say, I'll try and stay locked in here. Okay.
Yeah,
The next
stay
one is
locked
joy.
in.
We have a term in our crew that we coined a long time ago, the joy train. And you saw, I think
Joy
you saw,
train.
sounds like you saw a lot of joy.
That means ecstasy or some kind of drug. Okay? That's what the kids are calling it on the streets these days.
There was a lot of joy.
What'd he say?
Here. Okay.
Joy.
The next one is joy. We have a term in our crew that we coined a long time ago, the joy train. And you saw, I think you saw, sounds like you saw a lot of joy up there. There was a lot of joy. We're not always on the joy train, this crew.
You're definitely
There are
on the
many
joy
times we're
train
not on
right
the joy
now.
train. But we are committed to getting back on the joy train as soon as we can. And that is a useful life skill for any team.
They
trying
can't wait to
something
get
done.
back on the joy train.
And the last one is, I need your help for this. Come on up here, guys.
Oh, more hugs, more touching. Yes, because we're on the joy train. Please, I can't. Like they start getting anxiety if they don't get touched for longer than like 60 seconds, right? So let's sum up what the other guy says. He says a lot of courage to no go when you're no go. A lot of bad French. Thank you. Joy train. You guys don't know what it's like or something. Now hug time. All right.
The last one is love.
Love.
What you saw was a group
How
of
big
people
do you
who
think their
loved
pupils are?
contributing, having meaningful contribution, and extracting joy out of that.
Joy.
And what we've been hearing is
Extracting joy. I wonder what that is code for. Look at her. She knows. Yeah, we extracted that joy. Uh-huh. Yep. We know exactly where to get a good supply of that joy we extract.
that was something special for you to witness. And
Oh,
the reason I
did
have
we?
the form up here with me
We
is
witnessed
because
that?
I would suggest to you that when you look up here, you're not looking at us. We are a mirror reflecting you.
Ah.
And if you like what you see,
No.
then just look a little deeper. This is you.
No, it is not me, buddy. You're talking about to the other people on Earth, the other Earthlings on planet Earth. You're not talking to me. You don't reflect me. I'm sorry. And don't get me wrong. I have everyone that follows my channel is literally called the Good Vibe Tribe, but we're not called like the ecstasy, sweaty, it's hot in here, we need to touch each other tribe. We're called the Good Vibe Tribe. So, don't get it twisted. Woo! Tiny Earth. Yes. Oh yeah, more. You guys wait until later. I'm getting some more. Wait until later. I had the best time with you guys. I love you guys. Oh, that was it. Oh man, I wasn't even done roasting them. All right. So, yeah, compare that to part one over here.
It's our privilege today to share with you some of the details of that final month of July. That was certainly the highlight for the three of us of that decade.
They also don't know what happened. These astronauts don't know anything about what they've done. They can't seem to find the words to just tell you the trip they went on. If I went on a cool trip with my son to like Disneyland or, I don't know, some awesome place, the Grand Canyon or something, and then I come back and people are like, my mom asks me like, what was your trip like? I'm not going to respond like this. I'm going to like have details and stories and, go over things. And then, he let go of his balloon and it flew up in the air and the Grand Canyon. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's way different than in real life. It's so deep and there's all these jagged edges, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I would have something of substance to share, to bring back. These people?
We're going to divert a little bit
look
from
nervous.
The format of past press conferences and talk about the things
don't know what to say
that interested us most. In
stuttering.
The
anyways, you get the point. Now let's check out this re-entry and splashdown. I'm going to speed this video up. I believe I already have 4 times the speed, okay? Because I can't do all the slow stuff, okay? So this is supposed to be from inside of the actual module, and that's supposed to be all 4 of them. You see the reflection upside down, by the way. I don't know how that works. I don't know if they're supposed to be upside down or what, but in the reflection, you can clearly see they're like upside down. I don't know, maybe it's an optical illusion or whatever, but I would think that if I'm flying towards the Earth to crash back down into it, I would like to be right side up. That's just me. I don't know how you guys are, but I would definitely like to be right side up. All right, did you see that? What's going on here? Look at what's up with these glitches. You know what I'm saying? What's up with that? No, you don't understand. It's complicated. You have to be a cable repairman to understand why we can't get good footage from our most important mission in 70 years. Excuse me. All right, so here they are. You'll be able to see like the Earth. This is supposed to be the Earth right here. And then it got all dark. Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. This is like the atmosphere. Look, there it is. There's the shell of the atmosphere. Here comes the Earth rolling into view. Keep, oh, see how it's all jaggedy too? Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Here it comes. No discernible land masses or features that you could know where they are. Did anyone actually see the comet of them streaking, burning up in the atmosphere? Did anybody capture that on video? Did anyone see that with your eyes? I'm just wondering. I was not out there looking for it because I really don't believe in it. I don't care. What's up with this weird shaped earth too? Look at that weird bend right there. You see that? It's all bendy. This changing all these shapes. That's weird. Look at that. It's bending down and going back up right there. See that? So this is supposed to be them falling to the earth. They're not going to fall straight down either. They're going to come in at that angle. Oh, snap. Did you see that? Someone is in charge of the camera. How cool. Or how interesting. Oh, cut the feed. Show the video gamers. Show the gamers down in, Houston or whatever. Oh, there they are. So that dot right there, that's supposed to be them. And it is daytime, allegedly, just in case you were wondering. So here's their video feed way back here. Here's the ocean. I don't know. They're showing you the ocean up here, even though they're not in the ocean yet. And they're just like, look at all this wavy, weird cameras. Some dude's head is in the way back there. There they are. There it is. There's the spacecraft on fire that I was looking for. Because we all know that whenever things fall down through the atmosphere, they just disintegrate, right? So they have a disintegration-proof shield on the front. And this is supposed to, I don't know why they don't just show this at like a different angle, at least an angle that's pointing downward, 4 point whatever billion dollars. But this is a visualization as it says. And this is because they don't actually have any videos of this thing catching fire. Because they want you to believe that when things fall through space, they just catch fire and disintegrate. And they have a disintegration-proof shield on the front of this that costs $4.1 billion. Why? Because rocks disintegrate, right? They just, all the crap that they drop from space, all their space trash, it just disintegrates. It just turns into nothing. They're not littering. They're just disintegrating it all by letting it fly through the atmosphere and burning up. So here's them burning up. The visualization of them burning up. They don't have any pictures or videos of this happening. Zero. You notice they're not showing you the actual, remember how earlier we had an actual video of the Earth allegedly from inside the capsule? Where's all the fire? I would love to have seen that. I'd love to see the capsule setting on fire. That would be epic. But instead we get this visualization, this video game. Look, nothing. I don't even get the view of the ocean that those other people have. I get to look at this graphic. Okay. All right. Well, how long is this going to last for? Let me speed this up. Oh, they cut back to these video game base. Now, here's what else they're showing you. This is what it looks like. So they cut to this black and white video of like a spiral in the sky with like a beam coming down from it. What is that? I think they show it again. There it is. Choppy, crappy. Look at this. This is 4-point-something billion dollars. And this is what you get. It's playing right now. And then they cut right back to these guys. They don't even tell you what that is. It's like a thermal camera. What is this? And why is there these concentric rings? Especially if it's coming at an angle in the atmosphere. Like this looks like something that would go straight up or straight down or something, Like what am I looking at? Is this a UFO sighting? What are these rings over here? What is this? Saturn? Is that a star? Is that a lightning bug? What is this? Is definitely, oh, there it is. There it is. This is the actual camera of an object splashing down, falling from the sky. Now, this is the actual first time that they'll show with us real footage of whatever this is. There's definitely something falling down out of the sky, it seems to me, okay? This doesn't seem fake. It doesn't seem like AI or anything, okay? But all that other crap, what was the purpose of that? Why didn't you just show it before? Shouldn't it be streaking through the sky like a freaking meteorite? That's your story, is that this is the heat shield for all the heat because it's going to burn up, and that's the picture you showed us. Where is that? Wouldn't that be easy to find in the sky? Right? I mean, meteors fall during the daytime. You can see those, but this is, okay, fine. Fine. This is what we get. No fire. There's no parachute slowing it down or anything either. So it should still be on fire. You know what I mean? It's not. It's just dropped from an airplane way high up in the sky, or from a balloon or something like that from some other place. Here come the little tiny parachutes. Okay. And it's going to start cutting that way. Let me fast forward this part. Here come the bigger parachutes. Okay. Imagine. Oh, okay. Well, now they're showing you like the thermal vision or whatever this is supposed to be. All right, here it comes. Make sure you get that. What is all this crap flickering behind it? There's no way that's fire or anything. Like, wouldn't that set the ropes on fire? You know? Like, are the ropes hot proof or what's going on there? So, I don't see any steam coming up out of the ocean either. But anyways, it lands in the ocean. They've got eyes on it. Boom. What else we got? Oh, here's the aircraft carrier. Top Gun, Maverick, waiting to go pick up the superheroes. And they got these 4 balloons. Did you see that? This is weird. Is it 4 or 5? It looks like 4 right there. But in other pictures, I see 5. And in some other, I saw 3. That's 4 right there. 4 balloons. And those balloons are allegedly, those balloons right there are allegedly in case it accidentally flips upside down in the water. I don't even know how that would happen because of its shape or whatever, but in case it accidentally flips upside down, these balloons inflate so that it will flip the right side up. That's the story. Okay, I don't know, but that's what I'm told. All right, so we go back to Maverick, Top Gun. They're floating around in the ocean. More floating in the ocean. Let me see if I could just super fast forward to like, here's them in the ocean some more. I got more video footage of them in the ocean than we do the moon. Because we have no video footage of the moon. Here's the capsule deal. Now, do you guys think that the astronauts are actually in whatever this is? It's possible if they were just, you know, pulled up into the atmosphere or whatever by something else and then dropped and they parachuted down. Sure, I could see that. What was that dude? Simon Garfunkel or whatever his name was, the Red Bull guy. He did it. All right, so they open it up. They circled this thing about 30 times and then they open it up. They're going in there. No radiation suits. I mean, they just came from space, right? No protective measures at all for like space bacteria or any weird alien debris or anything. They just go in with t-shirts and, you know, got the tough Navy SEALs or whoever these are supposed to be. Like no quarantine. Like, just who cares? Let's just go in there and get them. All right, what else we got? Are these people talking? Hold on. You can't really hear anything. All right, so they're getting the people out of the thing, and then they need to build what they call the front porch. So they put like this structure around it so they can walk out of it instead of just getting onto a boat. Wouldn't that be the simplest thing? Like, maybe don't put 30 people on this big boat and just go up to it and let the astronauts jump onto the boat. Boom, and you're done. But instead, they start putting this weird structure all the way around it that they call the front porch to like allow them to walk out onto the ocean so they can like walk on water or something. Well, let me fast forward it to that part. All right, here you can see the divers are like trying to like put this floaty around it. And then the floaty starts to inflate and then they have like the front porch area so that they can walk out and get onto a boat. Because these are astronauts. They can't just step out onto a boat. They need to have like the red carpet rolled out for them or something. Apparently. So that's their red carpet, their little floaty red carpet. Everyone is super excited in Houston. All right. And yeah, I don't understand the purpose of attaching that thing to the other thing. Anyways, helicopters come, and allegedly, instead of just taking the boat over to like the thing, they want to be dramatic about it and like drop some guy down that grabs him and hooks him into the helicopter and takes him straight away to the aircraft carrier. Like, what is the need for any of this except for to account for 4-point-something billion? I don't see a need for this. This seems highly unnecessary, in my opinion. Could have just opened the door, had one boat go out there or whatever, you know, from maybe not an aircraft carrier, maybe something a bit smaller and less and more cost effective. And instead, no, we need 4 helicopters, one for each astronaut. And we're going to drop down some Navy SEALs, and we're going to hook them in, and we're going to suck them up, and then we're going to take off. Okay. So then they get back to the aircraft carrier here. And everyone's asking them about the moon. They have probably nothing to say about it. And that's that. All right, what else we got? Hold on, let me see. Oh, so rockets in space. I wanted to point this out too, okay? In the vacuum of space, in the academic model of space or whatever, they're claiming that they float around and stuff because they're further away from gravity and all that fun stuff. And then the way that they can move is through propulsion, through thrust or whatever, right? So this is from the Action Lab. I actually do like his channel. He's an independent researcher. He performs all these experiments and stuff, but he's using a syringe here to act as a rocket. And then he's going to point a laser at it to like ignite whatever's inside of it so that it shoots out this smoke and it will cause it to go that direction. This is a huge vacuum chamber. So I just asked the question, like, can a rocket actually thrust in a vacuum? It's not pushing against anything. You know what I mean? So he did this experiment. All right, so he's pointing the laser here, and you can see, sure enough, it provides thrust. But look at it in slow motion. It does not move until that smoke hits the wall. And then it starts to thrust, and then it starts to move. So when it was just left alone, let's watch that again. So imagine this is space, and this is a rocket. That's how that should work, okay? Let's watch the slow-mo. It's a little closer. So here's all the smoke. That's not moving at all. But once that hits the wall, then that takes off. Do you see? Anyways, just wanted to point that out. All kinds of weird inconsistencies about space and cosmology. Here's that video again of allegedly this lunar lander deal, Blue Ghost. Look. I mean, look at the quality there. At least the attempt at a perception of quality. They don't give us this on Artemis. Let's go to their. Actually, this is from the Artemis Instagram. So here he is playing VR games. What else we got? Okay. Oh, look at this one. Here's the Earth. What is this? There's no way that's real. Hold on. Let me try to find something a bit more. So here's their green screen moonwalk. I don't know what's going on here. Like they just got random stuff. Where's all the pictures of the moon? Where are the pictures from space on your space mission? Look, they feature this stupid doll more than they feature the moon. We made a little doll to take with us to the moon. And here it is. This is the little thing that, you know, was capturing the green screen and all that stuff that people have seen. Like, no one cares about this. That's a $4 billion teddy bear. Here's more of that lunar joy, or whatever they were calling that. Lunar joy extraction. Here we are getting straight to the splashdown. Where are the moon pictures? Oh, here's one, but that's from Earth. Okay. Did you guys take any pictures of the moon? Here we go. Here's something. Oh, Nope, there's no way that was actual. Nope, sorry. Let's see what else we can find. There's like Mars or something. Here's some pictures. Does this look more like, the set of a Hollywood movie, or does it look like they're actually scientists on their way to a serious mission to the moon? What is this? This is some other thing. Moon landing scalps cameras. I don't know. This is not their mission though. That doesn't even look real. Yeah, what's all the moon stuff? This is your Instagram page. Jesus, they have nothing. Oh, you don't understand. We're like saving it all. What is this? Oh, this is them opening it up. They're opening the thing. Well, that popped open quite easily. Easier than I expected. Okay, there it is. All right. What else we got? We're all clapping for the camera. No protection from biological alien contaminants or anything. Then they put a thing down so they don't burn themselves when they climb out, I assume. He didn't seem to have any problem with it. He's just gonna get right up in there. Why is he going in there? Aren't they supposed to come out? Why is he going in? Why do they need the SEAL Team 6 dude to go in there? Now another guy is going in there. What's up with all this fist bumping garbage? What are you guys, like 12? 12-year-olds do that. Fist bumping. I don't do that. It's just weak punching. Okay, what is happening? I don't even know what this is. Oh, we got audio. Now it's replaying.
Yes.
Yes.
Do it. Say it. Yes.
Throwing up the devil horns. Did you see that?
Pin. Get your cell cover. Cell cover. Here. Right there.
Get your cell cover.
Got it. We got you.
Put it on there before you touch that. It's super hot. I know you already touched it, but you might want to convince everyone that this is blazing hot.
Seal cover's on. All right, get it.
All right, this seal cover is on. Boom. Let's get in there. Instead of letting them come out, I'm sure they want to stay in that capsule.
4 green.
4 green.
Welcome home. Christina, welcome home. Yes. Jeremy, absolutely welcome home, brother. There it is, Reed. What's up? Welcome home, brother. Thank you.
Why do they call everyone by their first name except for the captain? Why do they call him Reed? That's his last name, isn't it? I noticed that. They're always calling everyone by their first name. Christina, Jeremy, Victor, Reed. Like, address him by his last name only. What's up with that? All right. Any lunar flyby action? Does this video have anything? Probably not. Let me skip. Oh, I guess this is the lunar flyby. This is the only video I could find of it. Allegedly. Hold on, let me fast forward. Oh, this is from someone else's channel. Where is he? Do we got anything? Like any images of the moon for your moon mission? Nothing. God, we're severely lacking. Oh, here we go. This is the best we can do. Let me make this as big as possible so you can actually see something. There you go. There's your moon video. Oh, let me play it and fast forward to see if you can see any kind of like movement. Okay, so this is from somebody else's channel. They're showing the moon mission or whatever. Anything? Oh, there it is again. Look at that weird shape too. Isn't that kind of strange? Doesn't that look weird? Something's off, man. Something is not right about this alleged lunar flyby. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to play this dude's channel or whatever. I can't find anything. I can't find any actual video footage of the moon. Let's go back to NASA's website real quick. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I did. I don't know. Let me see. Let's go to videos. They have a whole video section here. All right. Lunar flyby gallery. It should be here, right? I'm seeing pictures. How many pictures do they have of the lunar flyby? Allegedly. Like, if you have this picture, where in the hell is the video of this? I mean, I would take a video. You know what I mean? Like, if you have this, where in the hell is the video of that? Something's not adding up here. So how many pictures did they take of like the surface of the moon? Let's count. So we got one. Wait, is this a video? Nope, it's not a video. All right, so 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna include all the far away ones too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What is this? I'll count that one. 12. 13, I guess I'll count this eclipse deal. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That's all you get. You get 32 pictures for a 10-day trip. And how long was it? Like 3 hours that they're going past the moon and they have nothing better to do than to actually take pictures and video. You get like 30 pictures. Really bad ones. Really terrible. Really suspect and questionable pictures. Make sure you take time out though, to take goofy pictures of yourselves wearing eclipse glasses, I guess. All right, anyways, let's see. Let me see. Do I have anything else I wanted to really talk about or make a point of? We talked about that. We went over that. That was hilarious. They're definitely on some kind of drugs. Talked about the old school press conference. Showed you easily zooming in on the moon from the Earth and what that looks like. You get like better pictures. What else? Oh yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Don't even get me started on this dude. What else does he talk about?
Question number 2.
But you got to know. Let me just so you understand. We've been fed a lie our entire. I want to call it a lie. We've been fed,
it's a point of view thing, I think.
You've been fed a lie. Go on.
Been fed Earth has been misrepresented to us by geologists.
Ah, okay. So now there's infighting. Okay. I'm just kind of checking it out. I don't even know what he's talking about, but yeah, that's hypocritical, I would say at the very least. What else has he got?
I'm trying to give it.
The very center of the Earth. So you want to find the farthest point from that center, and it turns out sea level at the equator is farther away from the center of the Earth than sea level near the poles. It has nothing to do with global warming and melting.
Oh, it's because it's pudgier at the middle. That's the whole point he's trying to make. Okie dokie. I don't really want to listen to this dude. Square and stationary Earth. We talked about that. Oh, this thing with the baskets. I did want to talk about that real quick before we go. So check out these baskets. You see, like, there's these baskets. Can you guys see that right here? Let me make that bigger. Hold on, make it super big. There we go. All right, so right about here, you can see there are these baskets exactly where the astronauts are supposed to be, right? And then whenever they take off, watch what happens to those little baskets. Look at that. Bye. You see that? Hold on. I missed some of it. Let me rewind that. Okay, now watch the baskets. Bye-bye. Do you really think they were up there on this thing that obviously it came right back down? If you watched it, like you saw it come back down. Everybody did. You really think they're way out there in space? Or do you think they just rode those baskets down? Took like a 10-day orgy fest or whatever, and then got on a plane and then were dropped down in that capsule? It's kind of what it seems like to me. What else? I think that was it. Was that it? I think we covered a lot. Let me jump in the chat. I'm going to jump in the chat just in case you guys have some stuff for me. I have more pictures of my dog from last week than NASA took of the moon. Oh, I wish I could put you guys as comments up there. Let me try making it so I can put your comments up. Hold on, I'm going to delete this. And then I'm going to add it back. Oh, maybe that's what happened. Oh, okay, cool. That was easy fix. Neo just joined the Good Vibe Tribe. Been a member for 8 months now. All right, what else we got? Let me jump in the chat, see what you guys are talking about, because I've missed some of the conversation. Jack Detrack says, JayDreamerZ, he has a big part in Justice League. Grass Tyson, saw it a few days ago. Lack of new movies. Oh, that dude's in the Justice League? Neil deGrasse Tyson? Really? Let me put this comment a little higher up. All right, I'm jumping into the comments. If you guys want to hang out for a bit, we can just chat. If I missed any of your things you said earlier, you can repost them. During the Apollo mission, they took a total of 842 photographs that were taken during the mission. Yeah, these people took 30? Where's the rest? Where's the video? I mean, come on. That's the hot tamale. I'm going to keep trying to say that, whatever that phrase is. That's the big tamale. What else we got? Yeah, what's up with these people defending this tooth and nail too? You know what I mean? In other chat rooms, in the comments section, all they do is make fun of flat earthers. Like that's them trying to prove that they're intellectuals. If flat earthers are probably saying blah 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 blah, that's like every comment I've seen in any of these NASA videos. Either they're completely kissing. Let me move this microphone further away. Either they're completely kissing butt, just puckering up, or they don't know what they're talking about and it's evident, or they're just making fun of flat earthers. And they don't know a damn thing about the flat earth theory. They say the stupidest stuff. Like these people think that they're original with their comments. If the earth were flat, cats would have pushed everything off of the edge of it by now. Ha 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 ha. Oh my God, I love that comment. Me too, me too. Next thing you know, the stupid ass comment that's been regurgitated in every chat room has like 1,000 likes on it. And it's not even original. It's not even that clever. It's really not that funny. To me, these people know zero about alternative cosmology. And they're real quick to insult people like Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's his MO, is insulting people. I'm gonna put the earth behind me. Hold up, let me move it. Where is it? Hold on. Boom. There it is. Hello, Earth. Look at that. What's up with this silver shiny part right there? Nothing about this makes sense. Tammy George says, Jay, they were just thrown out into the sky. Of course, they had to check and make sure they were alive before filming any real footage. Yeah, so, you know, all I ever see when it comes to this topic, especially alternative cosmology, listen, shame on every single, oh my God, he's shaming. He's earth shaming us. God, I'm surprised, you know, I don't get locked away for earth shaming people or whatever. Listen, shame on you. If you have ever jumped into these comment sections on any platform and started making fun of flat earthers or anyone with an alternative cosmological view or a different world view, it's literally what it is. You differently see the world in a different way. Shame on you. You're a bully. You're not intellectual whatsoever. You're not intellectually superior whatsoever. You have no intellect. Your insults are no sign or mark of any kind of intellect, let alone a higher intellect. Okay? You're actually doing a disservice to the team that you support. You're making them look bad by going around just insulting people and talking about how dumb flat earthers are and stuff. This is other people's views in a world where you need to respect the pronouns of the he, she's that are walking around and stuff. How are you not respecting literally someone else's worldview and how they see the world? You know what I mean? You people have your priorities all twisted and screwed up, in my opinion. But yeah, feel free to jump onto the freaking debate train if you're that kind of a person, by the way. Because it's easy to go round for round and pound for pound with some misfit wannabe jock, you know, that wants to be like, what's that dude? Mark or Jake Paul and his brother or whatever, pretending to be intellectual by making fun of other people and calling names. waiting for fittest flurfer to say he is Jay. Yeah, I don't use that term, flurfer. That's your deal. I don't call people that. I think that's, no offense to you, Post, but that's stupid. Okay? That's dumb to use that. That's what like academics use as a sort of insult to flat earthers. Okay? So don't say that. Don't use that word. I mean, you can if you want to, but, and I don't care. Like, mods don't need to do anything about it, but I'm saying you're free to use that word if you want to, but you realize it's supposed to be derogatory. It's supposed to be like a retarded person saying flat earth. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't use that stupid word. Oh, you're trying to say him and I look the same? I very much disagree with you. Let's look it up. Fittest flat earther, which I don't support that dude, just so you know. Fittest flat earther. Let's pull up his pictures. Hold up. I don't think I look anything like that dude. This dude? No. Get out of here. He's way buffer than I am, I can tell you that. He got a lot of muscles. Look at this. Simon Dan's dumbasses on here. They try to find the dumbest representatives of any niche like flat earth and stuff like that they can. Like this idiot tries to find the dumbest examples of people so that he can just tear apart their unintellectual, ramblings or whatever. They do that all the time. They don't actually go and look for intellectuals. You know what I mean? This guy's a professional troll. I can't stand him. I can't stand Simon Dan or what's that dude Professor Dave. Up yours, Professor Dave. And Simon and Dan. Professional trolls. Wannabe pseudo-intellectuals. Freaking front runners for academia. Alright, anyways. Sorry, I was kind of going off there. Oh yeah, what's this dude? This guy right here? Hold on, let me open up this picture. I do not look like this dude. Hold on, where's this picture at? Put his picture up here. How do I? The fittest flat earther. This guy has the dumbest. I'm sorry, but I'm not a fan. He comes up with. I think there's a trend lately where people. Hold up. There's a trend lately. Yeah, I don't look like that. I mean, I could see some resemblance. We're both white. He's pink though. I'm not pink. And he's got way more gray right down here. We have a similar nose, I guess. He's got brown eyes. I got green eyes. Anyways, I see what you're saying there. But anyways, this is dumbest theories, man. There's a trend on all social media right now where people get views for saying things that other people know are not right. You know what I mean? They get views for lying to people, for clickbaiting, and telling people, just making up wild, dumb things, and other people are like tuning into it or whatever. There's the Earth floating through space. Anyways, yeah, I'm not a fan of what I've seen so far. Like, I think he's trolling you guys, honestly. There's no way that either that or he's, I don't know. I don't want to bag on the dude, but I don't take him seriously at all. I don't know how he has millions of subscribers. Does he? Let's check. Let's check what is he on TikTok or something? TikTok.com. Let's check it out. I think he's a TikToker mostly. I don't want to hear all this. Hold on. Let me just search. They immediately start playing videos when you go to TikTok. All right. Fittest flat earther. I'm just chilling in the chat right now. So we're just like doing casual stuff. Look at this garbage. 964.4 thousand followers. And Epstein is the same dude as, who was that? Andrew Jackson or somebody? He thinks all these people are the same. Jim Carrey is Joe Biden. Like he believes that these are all fallen angels. I can't even do this because it's getting me into my intellectual feelings right now. Because I could smash all these theories, okay, just with like some semblance of freaking common sense. All right. And I literally ran his face through like a detector and found like 30 people that looked just like him. As someone else pointed out, I have similar facial bone structure or something like that. Yeah, that ain't me, pal. That ain't me. Seems like that to me, says TP. Matthew says, JayDreamerZ, how do you think rivers and creeks flow? Well, let me get that earth-looking picture behind me again. All right, how do you think rivers and creeks flow if we're on a flat earth? I don't think we are on a flat earth, so which I think we are, or some shape that they are not saying. It's not a round ball. I totally agree. Rivers and creeks flow, I believe, mostly because of, flowing downwards, like down a hill or whatever. That's just density and buoyancy. But then the water also comes up from within the earth. So the water that's not melting from snow runoff or rain, coming down the mountains and stuff, creating creeks and rivers and stuff that are just naturally going downhill. I think the water, like the high tides and low tides and stuff like that, are caused by the earth itself. The pressure inside of the earth as the earth breathes and creates zephyrs and pushes the waters out and then allows them to come back in. That's how I see it. But I have a different cosmology than all you guys. I don't think the earth is flat. I don't think the earth is a sphere. I think that this earth is connected to all the other earths out there, and I have a way different cosmology. What else we got? I'm just going through the chat. If you guys want to get my attention, type in @JayDreamerZ. Natasha says, Jay, how come the men are all clean shaven? They all shaved every day? Maybe they shaved in space. That's a good question. I don't know. Excuse me. That's a good question. They don't have any kind of stubble or anything. They're up there shaving in space to look good for one another, I guess, or aliens or something. I don't know why they shaved, and I don't like the whole clean shaven garbage anyways, obviously, because I rock my beard and I have for years. I would shock you guys if I shaved my beard. I would probably look like I'm 24 years old or something. But I'm not going to do that. What else? Oh man, my chat skipped. Damn it. All right, hold on. Let me go back up and catch up. All right, we got... What's up, Tammy George? Good to see you. The firmament is impenetrable. The Van Allen radiation belts, says Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, what the frick happened to that? Right? The Van Allen radiation belts? No one can get through that particular portion of space. We have to figure this out before anyone. And then you got these mockers that don't know anything on the internet just saying like, you know how they got through it? They went through it. Duh. They're going really fast. Duh. Yeah, try going really fast through constant X-rays and gamma rays and all that crap that's up there for an hour at least. Duh. You'd be dead. Duh. Jeez, man, I can't stand some of these TikTokers and YouTubers that are up here justifying this garbage. Julie Miller, I live 15 minutes from NASA and they pay people so much money to work there that they refuse to believe anything could be fake. They would have to leave all that money and admit that they're deceived. Yeah, I'm sure they pay well. What's up, Florida Sunshine? High five. Upgraded to Good Vibe Tribe level 2. Good to have you. Is that the one where you get in the credits? I'm going to have to double check. I think so. Good to have you. Flurfer, is that some fuddy lingo? Flurry? Yeah, it's just idiots made that up because that's literally how they talk. They talk like retards, and so the Flurfer thing became popular. Instead of saying flat earther, they degrade themselves even more by screwing up the word. And most of them have no semblance of a vocabulary from what I've seen anyway. I look like his son. Stop it! You guys are, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's funny though. We both have big chins. I did notice that. A fat earther. What else? Mini Minuteman? I don't know what that means. Sorry, brother. Only joking. I know you're joking. My point is that he is a flurfer, not a flat earther. I get it. I don't like that word, I guess. Lives up to their stereotype. Yeah, you're good. I was just, using your comment as an example. What else we got? He's a plant. I doubt he's a plant. You guys, listen, a lot of people out there think that like all these people are plants, that they're shills, that they're paid CIA agents and crap. I've been called that a million times. I don't think there is such a thing. Honestly, you guys are ruining it if they're, I'm not you. Don't take it personally. I'm just saying like all the people who get that wrong, when you accuse normal people, regular people out there of being plants and shills and CIA agents and stuff, every time you fuck that up and you get it wrong, you make everyone less, you make it less likely that we will believe that such a thing even exists. You know what I mean? Like the moment I saw someone sharing one of my videos where my hand is moving like that and they pause it mid-frame and they're like, look, he's morphing. He's shape shifting into the reptilian that he is. Look, his skin is green even. You know what I mean? I'm like, what a bunch of garbage, man. Like now I have to look at David Icke's book with like a grain of salt or whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't call him a plant. I don't know. I don't see any evidence that the dude's planted by anybody. But is he completely wrong about a lot of things? I think so. Especially the fallen angel theory, all that garbage. I think a lot of you guys have the whole fallen angel thing just screwed up backwards. Not you. Don't take it personally. I'm just saying like the world in general. But I hear people tossing around the word fallen angel. Like, do people even know what an angel is? Angels do not shape shift into human form or whatever. Like, you guys watch too much TV. I don't look like him. Good. I'm not trying to get you guys to hate anybody. I'm just saying I don't support the dude. I just want to let it be known, because if I share it, I don't want to like send subscribers his way or anything, because I don't support any of it. Okay. But it is out there, so I'll bring it up like I would bring up other things. Mahat Bastet says, Jay, have you done any research into Palm Beach Pete? Have I done any research into Palm Beach Pete? Nope. I have no idea who that is. What else we got? A gatekeeper? I don't know. Listen, there's people out there that genuinely believe some wacko weird stuff. All right. Let me think of an example. Somebody that I like. Okay. Roger from Mud Fossil University. I like that dude. I love that he thinks outside of the box and stuff, but he thinks that the eye of Jupiter is a vagina. Okay. I totally disagree. I don't believe that at all. I still like a lot of his work and he's contributed to my path, but I don't think he's a gatekeeper just because I disagree with him. You know what I mean? I'm not like that. I don't jump on those trains. Yeah, paid off position, agents. I don't do all that. I disagree with all you guys that are saying that. He says Sam Tripoli is Francis Bacon. I don't know. I don't know. I believe that people's DNA is on a cycle, on repeat. So yeah, you're right. TikTok totally sucks. I know, right? I hate TikTok. What else? Anything? Yeah. I'm just back into the chat. That's why I went back to that guy. I'm just trying to catch up to you guys. See if we got anything new. I don't want to rehash old topics. What else? Oh, thank you, Tammy. What's up, Fine? Good to see you in the chat. Anything else? Did I watch Project Hail Mary? No, I don't think so. Doesn't sound familiar, maybe. Men shaving their legs. What else you got in here? Anything else? I'm about to wrap things up. Why do you think they do all of this fakery? Good question. I'll just be blunt and direct. I believe that they're trying to blow up the firmament, which in turn we will see in the projection of the firmament that we call the moon. I think that they're trying to depressurize the earth a little bit, to rule for a little bit longer, in short. So that's my short version. I don't think they want people to know the real cosmological view of the earth, the real cosmology. I really don't think that they want people to know that there's a dome. But that's what I think they're trying to do. They're trying to blow up the dome for different reasons. Hey, what's up? Michael Marcello. What's up, Michael Marcello? Post. What's up, Post? High five. Welcome to the Good Vibe Tribe. Yeah, we can totally disagree. I'm not one of those people that's gonna like ban you from the chat if we disagree on something. I only block people or whatever, or ban them if they're just rude or have no tact. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it's totally comedy. You guys are cool if you have different opinions. You don't have to be scared. I'm not like Archaics or some of those other channels that just block people immediately because you have a different opinion. But if you're rude, I'll block you. You know what I mean? If you just start name calling or whatever. John LaFore says, JayDreamerZ, the woman astronaut played in Mad Max and the black guy played in Fallout. Interesting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anything else? Oh, Jet Plane. What's up, Jet Plane? My chat keeps skipping. Sorry. I do see Jamila Knowledge in the chat. Jay, greetings from Geneva, Switzerland. High five. And greetings back your way. Let's see. Commander Hector, good to see you. I'm not rapping today. Maybe another time. I feel like I'm about to lose my voice, actually. Jailbroke Spirit says, JayDreamerZ, in the game Assassin's Creed, you play as a descendant of an assassin and your DNA is your connection to the ancient knowledge known by your ancestors. Do you think it's possible in real life? Yeah, I totally think that that's possible. For sure. What else we got? Oh, you're welcome, Tammy. You're welcome, Matthew. You guys are very happy in the chat. I'm glad to see that. Moonjoy. Have I ever hold X spaces? Do you ever hold X spaces? Is that something on X? I barely use X, like barely ever. I like that about as much as I like TikTok. Dude, X has turned into like faces of death lately on my feed, at least. I don't know what you guys watch, but it shows me just straight up people being murdered and killed and shot and cut up and weird, nasty stuff, man. That's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm all about free speech and stuff, but JayDreamerZ, do you think there will be a fake alien invasion? No. I believe there will be a real alien invasion, but it's not going to be like how everyone thinks it's going to be. I think it's going to happen during the apocalypse. Alien humanoids and animals and insects from other worlds are going to come into this world, dropping down from above and coming up from below. That will be the alien invasion. Oh, I'm glad you guys like that I came on early today. Yeah, I feel like it should be like 7 o'clock at night, but it's not. It's almost 4. I had to vent, man. I had to get this stuff off my chest. Like, it was really irritating me. Derek, what's up, Derek? JayDreamerZ, I think deja vu has something to do with our DNA memory. I do too. Am I the only one that doesn't have TikTok or X? I have it, but only because I'm a social media person and I kind of like have to. I guess I don't have to, but I basically use those to advertise. I don't even get paid from any of those. I don't get paid from Instagram. I don't get paid from Facebook. I think the last time Facebook paid me, I made like 5 cents or 10 cents or something. Blows my mind. I don't get paid from TikTok. I get paid none of those. I use them strictly to basically advertise. That's it. My YouTube channel. Because YouTube, high five, is cool. At least they pay me. You know what I mean? Like, pay content creators like we're supposed to get paid. All those other ones are garbage. They don't pay anything. I have no idea how to get paid on Facebook or any of those. And you hear all these people like, oh, I make $1 million on Facebook. Doing what? I don't get paid anything on Facebook. And they make it impossible to even track revenue, to track how much you get paid and stuff. Like YouTube is super user friendly. Facebook, impossible to figure out. Can't do it. What else? Dystopia is now. Oh, you like that? Sorry, it's backwards, but I don't know. I always put myself backwards because I think I look weird. Normal. Because normal is actually backwards. Let's see what else we got. What else? Neckbone says, Jay, yes, X Spaces is a place on X where all your followers can hear and chat with you. Some very interesting chats, mostly war, but you can find some open minds. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not going to do that. I've got way too many projects happening right now to open myself up to the public and just start casually chatting with people. You know, there's too many people. I can't possibly do that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to look at it at all. I do have it available on my website that people can purchase time to have like a consultation with me, you know, one-on-one, or, you know, if other people are in the room with them or whatever. Yeah, definitely. Because, you know, I don't have a lot of time in the day, and I'm a dad and I got like all these projects and stuff. And I used to engage with everybody. I used to respond to every email. I used to respond to every comment. I used to be very engaged. But once you hit past like 40,000, 45,000 subscribers, it's impossible, man. You know what I mean? Like keeping up with everyone, remembering everyone's names and, you know, just responding to every comment or even liking every comment or whatever. Like I can't do it. It's extremely time consuming. So there's no possible way I could just sit down and, you know, have some sort of audible chat with all you guys aside from like my regular scheduled live streams or whatever. Plus I wouldn't get paid. That's the other thing too. Like my time is very valuable to me, and I'm, you know, I don't have free time like that, basically. What else? Okay, hold up. Did you know Exodus chapter 3 verse 14 mentions I am that I am 4 times? That's 3.14 EX3V. You lost me with all that. I don't even know what that's about. Pi 3.3.14. I don't know what that means. Do you guys know what that means? I don't know what that means. I am that I am is 3.14. How? Like, you have a sweet picture. I like all your little blue beams, but you lost me. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. Sorry. I can't keep up, and I'm not really a math person anyway. Supporting YouTube for the sake of having you here. Hey, that's cool. High five, Lake Superior Skywatcher. That's very cool. I do remember the older people. I mean, I remember people that stick around and show up enough, you know. I start learning names, like Linda, obviously. Some of you guys change your names sometimes, so it makes it a little more difficult for me to remember. But I'm just being honest with you. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. All right, cool. Well, I think that's enough keeping it real. I have a lot to do after this live stream, so I've got to edit some videos and stuff like that and do some other things. So I'm going to wrap things up. I hate saying goodbye. I'm just terrible. I'm like the worst at saying goodbye. So until next time, I'm JayDreamerZ saying good vibes and goodbye.